Hello. Thank you for taking the time to take an interview with me. First of all, I wanted to start by saying commiserations in your loss. And I wanted to ask how are you doing?
Not doing fine, I guess.
No, not the best. I mean,
No, not the
yeah.
best.
Okay, it's a okay. I'll try and keep this short then.
No
Um,
problem.
Starting out, coming into this is your second time facing Heretics this year after kickoff. Was there any changes to your game plan for you guys coming into this matchup, knowing that you have that prior experience?
Actually, no, because we always trying to play our game style every time. But of course, against some other teams, we always do anti-strats. But sometimes it doesn't work because if someone does, like personal mistake on the match, it's not recovering so easily. So that's why we lose today right now.
I see, I see. Okay. Then I wanted to ask as well that starting out on Lotus, I guess. You guys are the only team that I've seen that's running this Sage comp on this map. Can you take me through what do you see that's so special about this composition that works so well for your guys' unique playstyle?
Actually, there's no unique playstyle, but if you want to change comps on Lotus,
Mm-hmm.
you have to remove the Sage. But if you remove the Sage, on the defensive side is going weak.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that we're just doing on keep it simple on Lotus because it's although I said that it's easy to mark your enemies on defender side while you're attacking because if there's someone take A or C side, they have to use some skills and you can just know them where they are. There is no unique thing. Like I said, we're just playing default things, but the comp is very, I don't know, like the other ones always said, it's going to be weak comp because there is no initiative. But if you play it good and there is no personal mistakes on that comp, you will every time win that match. But it didn't work on Lotus this time.
I see. Are you guys concerned about the are you guys concerned about the Viper nerfs that are coming in? Because your composition obviously revolves around having Ata Captain on that Viper. So what would be sort of your on the fly? What would be your sort of changes that you would bring in to adapt to that, or you guys would sort of keep going?
I guess okay. I just know that it's it's a hard and a really good buff, good nerf for the Viper, but there is I guess not a big buff nerf for us because it's I think they just nerfed it because someone just played on lineups every time, But we are not a lineup team. We're always going to go as a team, and we're taking as a team. So it probably don't gonna be affect us that much. But I don't think so. We're just gonna play Viper again on the every maps if we want to play them.
I see. So it's like because one of the changes was even less time with the wall up, and then you can't move the orb, obviously. So, but those things won't affect you guys really.
No, probably not yet.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so tomorrow you guys will be facing against Carmine Core. What are some of the things that just fresh off the match? What are some of the things that you want to prioritize talking to your team about, and things you want to change before coming to the match? Obviously, time is a bit short.
There's no time for the preparation, but they're just probably gonna watch us our matches and they will do the same thing like we do again. It's gonna be not understand. They will always play their game style too. We will not do anything special for them, but. On the league, we just took the first map, and they just won it. But this time, I think we just no today we just lose them. But they didn't take again on this match. By the way, against Heretics, we just do a really lot of mistakes on this match, and we just lap. That's all. We just lose the control. We I think get comeback on Lotus like 10-8,
Yeah.
and on CP2 we just get comeback again. But it will not happen again if you just play it simple and. Trying to cover each other every time.
I see. Because one of my next questions was going to be what happened that you managed to let that 10-8 slip away and then also the 12-10 lead on split. And you're saying it's just coming down to just very tiny little mistakes that just sort of could have gone the other way. Okay. On a more positive note, this year you brought in yetujey and cNed. And your team has looked incredible in terms of firepower, and like your form has looked even better than last year. How's sort of the adaptations been for the team, sort of adjusting to two new team members?
It just began for the off season. By the way, we just go for the India and played one offline matches there, and that was the first experience on the team while they do two new player come. And on the kickoff, we just knew, by the way, on the in the we just playing good, by the way. We just get the champion, get the trophy. But on the kickoff, we just a little bit. But we always told guys, I think we are bad. We just played bad on kickoff. But on the league, we just knew that, guys, we weren't bad on kickoff. The other teams were really bad on the kickoff. That's why we just lose them. And we just really made a lot of mistakes on kickoff. That's why we lose all the matches, because the all match was score was really on the, how do I say that, like close. Every time.
The scores were close,
Yeah, but on the league stage, we just adapt to each other, and only one loss for vitality. But I think that vitality loss just teaches a lot, because if you didn't lose the vitality match, you might go on 5-0, and you might just say, okay, guys, we are the best team in the EMEA right now. We can just win everyone. But on that mentality, we didn't take it, because if we win against Fnatic, but lose against vitality, and this will teach us, guys. We're still not best yet, but we are the best team players right now on the each EMEA team right now. We're the best, like playing a group style on all the teams. I think that's why cNed and yetujey just come together, because cNed was the last champion, and he just played Navi, and he just really played good every time on every team, and he just teach a lot, because new things and new prospect. I said that on the seeing things against match, because yetujey was coming from the lower, from tier 2 or tier 3 teams, but cNed just does a lot, and yetujey, he just, while he's playing with us, he just teaching himself and learning himself too again.
So he's like absorbing all of this experience from all of you guys, and cNed is giving you the experience. Okay.
Yes.
About you personally as well, coming in as the IGL for FUT, like what's sort of your philosophy when leading this team? Are you a very loose sort of IGL where you have simple fundamentals and you sort of let your team members shine with skills, or do you have very set strats that you like calling and you like a very systemic approach?
Yeah, we have a systemic approach, but on the beginning, every time it just depends on the which player is looking on our team right now, because I can't just control every map control if I'm just playing smokes or the other initiative. I don't care what is what, but if we are going A side with 3 people, if I don't know what is going on C side, the other side, I can just control my team.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing right now, and that's why the team members are just coming in. That's it. They are just giving me info, guys. They're doing this, and I'm just saying, okay, guys, if they're doing this, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
That's why they're happy. I'm not the main idea. I'm not saying everything, but we have just one stat book, and we're just using them. But on mid rounds, it just depends on the enemy team's approach. What are they doing? Where are they? And what are they using on C, on C, taking C, just like that.
I see. So it's very reaction based in the mid round.
Yes.
I see. Okay. You touched on this a little earlier as well when we were talking about kickoff, and you spoke about how the teams that you were facing kickoff weren't necessarily that good. Could you speak a little bit on the level of competition in Europe as a whole? Do you think it's more competitive this year compared to last year, or you don't really notice a difference?
Well, I don't really watch the other regions, but I think from the last year, I think it's the most competitive year, because the last year the big team Fnatic just lose the 2 matches against the lower teams from the last year. But this year, everyone just can win every game right now. You can just predict them, and it's much harder to anti your enemy right now. I think it might be the most best region, but I think it's the most competitive region right now.
The most competitive
in all 3 regions, yeah.
Okay, and
not the best, but most competitive, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, and the fact that you guys have managed to make it all the way to the top, I mean, you're one of the best teams in EMEA, which means that you guys are doing extremely well during, as you say, one of the most competitive periods of EMEA competition. Okay, what are your thoughts on the current map pool? That's sort of the rotation of maps that is currently in the game.
I think it's really just if I say really it's bad for us, I would just keep my team just so down low. But I'm just not gonna say that. I'm just gonna speak myself, by the way. I just really don't have like 3 maps like BVs, like Split and like Xbox. But if my team just love that maps, I have to love them too.
Yeah.
I'm just making it simple. If my team in every map, if they have the much comfortable characters playing masculine character like BVs. If everyone just make comfortable with their character, I think we just play that map. That's all. But if one map, if we can't take any roles on everyone, if there is one person who's comfortable with one role,
Yeah.
we just okay, guys, we're gonna ban this map. We know that.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
why we just
That's fair enough. I mean, so it's just it doesn't matter for you personally as long as your team's comfortable on it, you're good on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question then. Based on your current performance throughout kickoff and then now in split one, how would you rank yourselves, this FUT team, based on the rest of the teams? Like, where do you guys see yourselves on the listing? I guess I would say.
I will not. I will. How do I say that? I'm just gonna put ourselves in like in fourth. If I'm just gonna be honest. But if you want to be on the first four team, we have to play like a team every match. If we just do this one match and the other match, if we just split it up, it's not gonna work. And we will not every time is good like a top fourth in the team on the EMEA right now.
Yeah.
But if we do that every time, I think we might be the champions of the EMEA. Maybe I don't know, maybe CP2. But I just believe my team. I think we're just playing really good right now. But if we are losing matches, like I said, there is some little tiny personal mistakes, and if we don't do that anymore on the next matches, we might be always going up ourselves right now.
That's amazing to hear. Just out of curiosity, who would you rank above yourselves then if you say your top four? Who's 1, 2, and 3 currently?
Well, I'm not gonna. Can I not say that? Because
No worries.
if I say that, if I say that, people are just gonna know, guys. You just won against him. Why do you just keeping yourself under yourself to him? You know. So I'm just gonna make some. Maybe I'm the one, but I'm just making top four. I know that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I had to ask though. I'm curious.
Yeah, I know. But
okay. All right. Thank you so much, MrFalin,
Thank you.
and best of luck in your next game against Carmine Core.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank you.